programa Café con Leche, la voz de los latinos en América. Estamos transmitiendo desde Hermosa a 1470M, 96.9 FM. Les habla Lilia Galindo y tengo el día de hoy el gusto de presentar a ustedes a Lauren Snyder. Ella es una educadora de lactación certificada del Antelope Medical Center. Good morning. Hello, Mr. Snyder. Mrs. Snyder, hello. Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now very well. Thank you so much. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you. I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Please provide overview of the Education and Breastfeeding Center.
Okay. Well, the Education and Breastfeeding Center provides outpatient support primarily, outpatient lactation support. So we offer several different classes. We have new parent tours for people who are giving birth here for the first time. We also offer childbirth classes. We have a 3-part childbirth series, a breastfeeding class, and an infant care class. And everything has just gone back to in-person. For a long time, everything was virtual, but now all of the classes are in person again.
Okay. After breastfeeding class, what other thing did you say?
We have breastfeeding classes. We have newborn care classes.
Okay.
And then childbirth classes. I'm not sure if you got those.
Yes.
Everything is in person.
Okay.
And then we also offer outpatient lactation support. So after someone leaves the hospital, after a patient leaves the hospital, if they continue to need help with breastfeeding, they can call me. I can help them over the phone. If they need help with language services, we can call an interpreter, and they can assist over the phone with interpreting.
Okay.
With the SPEM. And then we also offer outpatient lactation consultation. So
let me translate all that because otherwise I'm going to forget.
It's too much. Okay.
Thank you so much. La pregunta fue, por favor, proporcionen una descripción general del Centro de Educación y la Lactancia Materna. Dice, bueno, les proveemos todo el apoyo a todas las personas que vienen aquí a tener su bebé para que puedan alimentar a su bebé de pecho. Les damos clases a las nuevas mamás acerca de cómo alimentar a sus bebés de pecho. Les damos clases de qué hacer cuando el niño acaba de nacer y sobre todo cómo pueden alimentar a sus bebés adecuadamente amamantándolos. También les decimos cómo deben de cuidar de los niños recién nacidos, todos los cuidados que un niño recién nacido requiere. Y si todavía los niños cuando la mamá cuando sale del hospital después de haber ya tenido a su bebé y recibido estos apoyos dentro de la clínica, pues todavía entonces les damos apoyo adicional si requieren acerca de si tienen problemas al amamantar, si no tienen suficiente leche, etcétera. Todavía les proveemos apoyo para que puedan salir adelante. Perfect.
Thank you.
Now, you were commenting a little bit about outpatient lactation support, right? Could you tell us a little more what is this about?
Sure. So after they left the hospital, after they're discharged with baby, if they continue to need more support, they can call. I can help them over the phone. Also, we can offer outpatient consultations in person, so they can come back with baby. I can help them with lactation support with breastfeeding if they're having any difficulties. So that's the outpatient support.
Okay. Dice, bueno, en primer lugar, hace un momento olvidé mencionarles que ya están dando este centro ya está abierto para que puedan ir directamente a recibir en persona toda esta ayuda. Y bueno, dice, en esto la pregunta fue, ¿qué significa tener apoyo ambulatorio para la lactancia? Y ambulatorio quiere decir que pueden realizarse con un apoyo del centro médico, del centro médico, pero sin estar ahí internados. Y ella dice, bueno, pues en primer lugar, les ayudamos después de que ya salieron del hospital, si todavía tienen problemas con la lactancia del bebé, les seguimos dando consejos de cómo pueden resolverlos a través de vía telefónica, o si es necesario pueden regresar al hospital, pero van a contar con apoyo continuo para que puedan cumplir con esta tarea de forma eficiente. Dice, y esto ya va a ser como paciente externo, lo hacemos vía telefónica o puede regresar. Y les vamos a dar todas las consultas que se requieran para ayudarles a que puedan hacer una alimentación de pecho adecuada. Are the services free?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Are the services free?
Some of the classes are free. So the breastfeeding class and the tour are both free for people who are registered to give birth here at the hospital. The childbirth series is $60 and the infant care class is $25. And if someone registers for all of the classes, they get a discount so they can do all of the classes and the tour for $80 even. There's no tax. And then with the outpatient lactation support, the over-the-phone support is free. And if we schedule a consultation for them to come in person with baby, that's $40 for the initial consultation. And any follow-up consultation, like if they come back again after that, is $15. And that's regardless of how long. It's not an hourly fee. The total cost is $40 for the initial outpatient consult, and any follow-up consultation is $15. And there's no tax.
Well, thank you very much. This is a lot of information. So I'm going to ask you if we can go one by one. La pregunta fue, ¿son los servicios gratuitos? Y me dijo, algunos son gratuitos, pero vamos a empezar. Okay, please, I'm so sorry, but it's too much for me. Okay.
Okay.
Tell me one by one and how much.
One by one?
Yes.
Okay, so the classes, the breastfeeding class and the tour are free. You can say that
Las
first.
clases y la alimentación de pecho son gratuitas.
And then the infant care class is $25.
El cuidado de los infantes es $25.
And the childbirth series is $60.
La serie de nacimiento de niños cuesta $60.
If they sign up for both of those classes, the childbirth and infant care, it's $80 for both, total.
Si se enlistan en las dos clases al mismo tiempo, la del nacimiento del niño y el cuidado del niño, entonces les va a salir solamente en $80.
Yeah. And then with the outpatient lactation support, over the phone support is free.
El apoyo sobre el apoyo para cómo alimentar a su niño de pecho por vía telefónica es gratis.
And then if they come in for an in-person lactation visit, lactation support visit, that is $40 for the initial, and follow-up consultations, $15.
Si vienen para tener a la clínica, para tener apoyo en cómo alimentar al niño, entonces la primera visita les va a costar $40, y si requieren una segunda visita o otra, les va a costar $15.
Yes.
That's it, eh? A lot. Okay,
That's
okay.
It.
Very good. Okay, you already told us that you have language services for those who don't speak English very well, then they can communicate with anyone. La ventaja, amigos, es que además tienen el apoyo que hablan también español si requiere, o cualquier otro idioma que requieran, ellos tienen esa habilidad. Can participants come in before they give birth?
Yes, so if someone has some concerns or questions about breastfeeding while they're still pregnant, and they want to get some information before they give birth, or if they've had some difficulty in the past with previous experiences with breastfeeding, they can make an appointment with me. Same thing, I can help them over the phone for free if they have questions, or they can come in for an outpatient consult. It's the same price, $40 for the consult, and then any Follow-up, $15.
Perfecto. Estamos hablando entonces, si le preguntaba yo si los participantes pueden ir allá antes de que den, de que vayan a tener al bebé. Dice, sí, pueden participar, y pueden venir si tienen problemas con alimentación de pecho, si quieren estar preparadas ya para cómo van a alimentar a su bebé. Entonces nosotros les damos toda la información y obviamente si han tenido dificultades en partos anteriores y han tenido dificultad para alimentar a su bebé de pecho, entonces si lo hacen una consulta a través del teléfono va a resultar gratuita. Si vienen al hospital les va a costar $40 la consulta. Do you have an idea like what percentage of mothers have breastfeed children? Like all of them, when they have a child, they breastfeed, or there are still some people that decide, no, I don't want to do it.
Yes, there are people who decide not to do it, and there are rare instances where there's a biological hindrance to breastfeed. But most of the time, anyone can breastfeed as long as they have the right support. So what's important is that as soon as they have questions or concerns, as soon as they have any difficulty, questions, or concerns, they should reach out right away. Call me for some help over the phone or come in for a lactation consultation, and we can help them resolve any issue that they're having.
Perfect. Le preguntaba yo si hay mujeres que se nieguen a dar alimentación de pecho a sus bebés. Dice, sí, hay algunas mujeres que tienen algunos problemas o que dicen que tienen algunos problemas, pero en general las podemos ayudar a todos con orientación para que resolver este tipo de problemas y para que el niño pueda crecer pues como mucho más saludable. We have a phone call. Let's take a question, please. Vamos a tomar una... buenos días.
Hola, buenos días.
Ay, ¿quién?
Mi nombre es Maritza.
Hola, Maritza, buenos días, adelante.
Hola, primero que nada quiero agradecerles por toda la información valiosa. Mi pregunta es en específico, ¿por qué a veces cuando estamos dando leche se nos seca?
Bueno, aprovechando que eres bilingüe, haz tu pregunta en inglés también, por favor.
Claro que sí. I have a question. When we're breastfeeding, well, how come there's a point, and it happened to me, that the milk dried and then we couldn't breastfeed anymore?
Sí,
How many months into breastfeeding did this happen where you stopped having breast milk?
It was 2 months.
2 months. So without actually having a visit with you, it could have been a variety of things. Usually it's something called supply and demand. So usually it has to do with frequency. So you have to, I'm not sure how often you were for breastfeeding baby, but you have to be breastfeeding baby every 2 to 3 hours and emptying out the breast of milk completely. If you leave milk in the breast for long periods of time and you're not breastfeeding frequently enough and that milk is just collecting in the breast, your body thinks you don't need it and it slows down milk production. So for instance, if you are supplementing and you stop breastfeeding as much, then it's going to slow down your milk production. Also, if baby is at the breast and baby doesn't have a good latch, if they're not latching on to the nipple correctly, then it will slow down milk production because they won't be able, if baby doesn't have a good latch, then they're not able to effectively get the milk out. So same thing, if the milk isn't moving, if it's not coming out of the breast, and it remains filled with milk, then the body thinks you don't need the milk, and it slows down milk production. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So then it's important to keep every 2 hours empty, almost sort of like empty it out, right? And that doesn't
Yes.
get loud.
So you have to be very frequently emptying out the breast of milk one way or another, either through baby breastfeeding at the breast or through pumping. But every time that breast is filled with milk, every 2 to 3 hours, you have to be completely emptying out both breasts. Otherwise, your milk production will slow down.
Bueno, Maritza, muchísimas gracias por tu participación muy informativa. Gracias.
Thank you for the question.
Excuse me. No, this is a good question because fíjense, la pregunta ya oyeron que ¿por qué se seca la leche? Porque se debe de alimentar al bebé cada 2 a 3 horas y debe de asegurarse que el pecho esté totalmente vacío, porque si no el cuerpo va a pensar que ya no necesita la leche y deja de producir. Entonces siempre hay que estar vaciando totalmente el seno de 2 a 3 horas. Esa es la razón por la que se deja de producir leche. Vamos a tomar. We are going to take a break and we will be back.